The journey continues. Who will be the Enactus World Cup champion 2023? Today we are starting the path to the champion with the opening round draw. My name is Elgar Beumer, program lead for the Enactus World Cup 2023, and with me today is
Nancy Moorman, the country leader of Enactus Netherlands and proud host of the Enactus World Cup 2023 in Utrecht.
Nancy. What are you looking forward most at the Enactus World Cup this year?
Of course, meeting all of you. And Elgar will now take you through the league draw procedure. After that, we will continue with the official draw for the opening round league.
For this year's World Cup, we're excited to introduce a new innovation for the opening round draw. This innovation has been designed for several reasons. First of all, simplification and efficiency. Our primary goal is to streamline the draw process, making it more resource efficient and logistically manageable. By refining the process, we save valuable time and resources, and also for you to enjoy the World Cup as much as you can. Secondly, equity and fairness is very important to us. We are committed to maintaining a level playing field for all of our participating countries. And with this new draw process, we are ensuring that. Thirdly, we have been inspired by our fellow countries. Our countries are our inspiration, and many of you are already conducting a draw process like we do at the World Cup this year. The participating countries will be categorized in 4 different groups: A, B, C, and D. Country rankings have been determined by the Enactus World Cup results from the previous 3 years. Points have been allocated for that as follows. If your country made the final 4 in one of the last years, your country realized 6 points. If you made it to top 16, your country got 3 points. And if you made it all the way to World Cup and to the opening round, your country got 1 point. If unfortunately your country was not able to participate, we were giving you unfortunately 0 points. That is how we calculated the rankings, and recent year results have a higher weight in the ranking calculation. When we are going to the next procedure or group allocation, which you can see here, you can see how your country has been ranked with the highest ranked countries in Group A, going to then B, C, and D. How will the draw procedure take place this year? So, as you can see, we have 3 different bowls. The first bowl has the countries in them. The second bowl has the league slot or the league number in which you are, 1 to 8. And the third slot has the time, or the third bowl has the time slots in there. As you can see, 5 different numbers. What we will do is, in order of country, league number, and time slot, draw one little egg which has the country name or the number in them. As Enactus World Cup is an in-person event, there are unfortunately no options for virtual participation for teams. We have just outlined our strategy to ensure a fair, balanced, and engaging Enactus World Cup, and even amidst unexpected challenges that we may occur. We initially draw and allocate our countries, our 33 countries, into 8 different leagues, 7 of which are consisting of 4 teams and 1 consisting of 5 teams. However, we acknowledge that there may be visa challenges and not all countries are able to participate, and therefore we have potential absences. Thus, upon determining absent teams occurring in the next 2 weeks, we've crafted a straightforward reallocation strategy to ensure competitive and balanced leagues, with the objective of no league having less than 4 or more than 5 teams. If your country is unfortunately not able to reallocate or to join us at this World Cup, we are reallocating teams, selecting the next strongest from the same group or descending group to maintain competitive integrity. This ensures we don't have any imbalanced leagues and keeping the spirit of competition alive and robust. Transparency for us is key, so we will make sure we communicate the whole procedure with you in a timely manner. So now we have taken you through the league draw procedure, and we are going to kick off with the opening round league draw. Nancy will guide us through that.
Opening round league draw, here we go. As you can see, we will take one more look at the allocation of countries in the groups A, B, C, and D. In front of me are 3 bowls, and as Algar explained, we have one bowl that has all the countries in it, one for the leagues, and one for the time slots. We will pick 3 of the bowls in each of the rounds, starting now with the countries in group number A. Letter A. Do not mistake. There we go. The very first one.
Exciting. Who will it be?
Who will it be? The very first country of this league draw. Let us see. Egypt, very first. Let us find out the league that Egypt will compete in. Egypt will compete in league number 7. Algar, let's find out the time slot.
The time slot for last year's World Cup champion in league number 7 is going to be time slot 1.
So, Egypt will compete first in league number 7. Let us now continue to the second country.
I am putting the time slot back in the bowl.
Back in the bowl, and there we go. Group A, second country. Second country is United Kingdom. Let us continue with seeing in what league the United Kingdom will compete. Here we go. United Kingdom will compete in league number 8. Time slot?
Time slot for another World Cup finalist from last year, the United Kingdom. The time slot for the UK will be 3.
United Kingdom participating in league number 8, slot number 3. That gives us room to move on to the third country of Group A. There we go. Next country up is going to be Canada. And then moving on to the league that Canada will be participating in. Canada will compete in league number 5. Canada in league 5. Elgar?
Canada in league 5. And they will be in time slot number 1.
Canada presenting first. There we go.
Perfect.
Are we ready for the next?
We are.
Let's go. Next country that we'll find out in which league and time slot they will compete is Enactus, Nigeria. Nigeria, let us continue and see in which league you will be participating. This one. Let us find out. Nigeria will compete in league number 3. Algar, tell us the time slot.
The time slot for Nigeria is going to be 5.
Nigeria, league number 3, time slot number 5. Only 4 countries left in Group A. Let us go to the next one. Mixing it all through. And the next country, Brazil. Brazil, let us see. You will compete in league number 6. Brazil in league number 6.
Exciting for our friends from Brazil. Let us see where they will do the samba and what time slot. Time slot number 5.
Time slot 5, league number 6, Brazil. All right, and I think, yes, we are all looking forward to that samba.
Definitely.
Let us continue with the last 3 countries. The next country finding out in which league they compete is India. India will be competing in league number... Yes. India competes in league number 2. So I think let's find out the time slot for India.
The time slot for India, a finalist for the 2020 World Cup.
Been some years.
It's been some years. It was a virtual one when we were so glad to be together again in person. The time slot for India is 3.
India in League 2, time slot 3. Almost there for Group A. Only 2 countries left in the bowl. Let's find out who's going to be the next one. Keeps on being more difficult. The next country is Tunisia. All right, Tunisia. We are going to find out the league you will be competing in. I'm going to take my time for this. Tunisia will be competing in league number 4. There we go.
League number 4 for Tunisia. Last year finalist with amazing energy on stage when they were announced. So in which league will they be for their opening round? And in which time slot? Time slot is 2.
Time slot 2 for Tunisia, bringing the energy, probably as always. And then it's time, lovely people, to find out the last country competing in Group A. Should be no surprise if you had your attention on the group allocation. But let's see which one was last in the bowl. Our very last country in Group A is Morocco. Morocco competing in Group A, but in which league? Yeah, well,
Which
maybe
league
you
do we have
will.
left?
Everybody's skipping through now, probably already knowing, but we, of course, have to show you how fair this is all going. Morocco will be competing in league number 1. Elgar, what time slot? That
In
could still be a
league-
surprise.
That could still be a surprise. In league number 1, they will be competing in time slot 5.
League 1, time slot 5, Morocco. And then this concludes the league draw for countries in Group A. And it's time to continue with the league draw for countries in Group B. Before we start that, as some time slots are already filled, Elgar will explain how we will continue with the time slot draw. Elgar.
Yes, indeed. After a country has been drawn and a league has been drawn, we notice which league needs a time slot. We are then putting the numbers for the open time slots in the eggs and in the bowl, and we'll select from that. With that said, let's continue with Group B draw.
Let us continue with Group B. All right, first country, Group B. There we go. All right, Group B, very first country, Ireland. Ireland, putting you here and finding out the league in which you will compete, and that will determine the time slots going in the bowl. Ireland competing in league number 2. Ireland is in league number 2. Which time slots do we need to put in then?
We need to put all the time slots for league number 2 in, except time slot 3.
Time slot 3. Give it to me. Taking this one out, putting it safely here.
Putting them in.
The very last one.
Time slot 5. You see, we
3
have one
is
open.
out.
And now we are going to
Ireland.
roll.
Which one?
Ireland will be
Time slot. League number 2, time slot.
1.
Time slot 1. Ireland is competing first in League 2.
Excellent.
Amazing.
I am taking them out again for the next country.
Yes, so now you all know how that is going. Let us continue with the second country of Group B. Group B, finding out. Yes, there we go. Germany, competing. In Group B, let us find out the league that Germany will be competing in. All right, let us find out. Germany will be competing in league number 8, joining the UK. That's exciting. All right, that means, Elgar, that as slot 3 is already taken, we need to put everything back and not number 3.
Perfect.
Taking 3 out.
Putting the others in.
All good. Ready to find out.
There we go.
Germany in League 8.
Germany in League 8, time slot 4.
Time slot 4 competing right after the United Kingdom in League 8. That means we can continue with country 3 in Group B. All right, let's go. And let's find out the next country competing. Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan, let us see which league you will be joining. There we go. Kyrgyzstan, you will be joining and competing in league number 4. All right, right in with Tunisia.
League number 4 is Tunisia in time slot number 2. Can you confirm, Nancy?
Time slot 2, taking time slot 2 out of the bowl.
And we are putting the others in. So we make
Exciting.
sure everything is perfect.
Going according procedure. There we go, finding out Kyrgyzstan's time slot.
The time slot for Kyrgyzstan in league number 4 is 4.
Time slot 4, League 4 for Kyrgyzstan. And let us then continue with the next country. Group B, also participating here. Next one up is South Africa. South Africa, putting you here, and let us find out the league you will be competing in. And I know that people will be nervous finding out the league. Oh, there he goes. Yep, got it. South Africa will be competing in League 3. That is also very exciting. Nigeria is going to be a competitor in that same league.
We are
Time slot 5.
taking
It out and finding out. Let me help you right here.
Thank you. Putting the others back in.
Yes.
And we're gonna draw for the time slot.
Tell us.
Time slot 4.
Time slot 4 for South Africa. Joining in with Nigeria and then finding out our next country, Elgar. Oh, there we go. Next one up in Group B. Kazakhstan. Exciting. Which league will they be in? There we go.
For the country from Central Asia.
Let us find out the league that Kazakhstan will be competing in. Kazakhstan will be competing in league number 6. All right.
League number 6 has time slot 5 already field taken by Brazil.
Taking time slot 5 out of the bowl, putting all others back in
Yeah.
to find out in what time slot Kazakhstan will be competing.
Oh, thanks Nancy for your help. Perfect. The time slot for Kazakhstan is going to be 4.
Time slot 4. That's exciting. Right before Brazil. Think we're ready to move on to the next country in Group B. Only 3 countries left that will be participating in this group. And let us find out the next one up. And that is Ghana. Our friends from Ghana, let us find out the league in which they will compete. And also finding out their first competitor by that. Ghana will be competing in the first league of competition, league number 1, together with Morocco. Time slot 5, taking that out. We're getting quicker and quicker in this, don't we?
Yes, yes, yes. The farther we go, the quicker we go.
All good. Let me help you with one.
Thank
Putting
you.
it right back in to find out the time slot.
And the time slot is going to be 2.
League 1, time slot 2 for Ghana.
2 more countries to go.
2 more countries to go. Right. Let us see our next competitor for the Enactus World Cup 2023. And that will be Puerto Rico.
Last year's host of the Enactus World Cup, didn't they do an amazing job hosting us?
They did an awesome job. And oh, how much we have learned from them hosting this year's World Cup. Let us find out. Our amigos from Puerto Rico competing in league number 7. Joining in Egypt in league number 7. That means we have to take out the first time slot. There we go. Time slot number 1 out of the bowl.
Putting the others back in.
Exactly.
Okay,
Doing the
Nancy.
trick. Time slot for Puerto Rico. Let's go.
Puerto Rico will be in time slot 2.
Time slot 2 for Puerto Rico. And with that, it's time to find out Group B's last competitor. And see how surprised you all are with the last one, as always. There we go. Last one up, China. And what league? Oh, well, let us find out. The very last ball in the bowl. There we go. China will be competing in league number 5. That means they join Canada in league number 5.
League number 5.
Eller, we're taking out again time slot number 1.
Putting the others back in.
Putting all the others back in and finding out
Which time slots
China will be competing in.
China will compete in time slot 4.
Time slot 4 for China. Time slot 4 for China. And with that, we are wrapping up the league draw for countries participating in Group B. We are ready to proceed with the league draw for countries participating in Group C. Elgar, are you ready to go?
I am.
Let's go. New bowls, new countries, new Group C.
We are halfway, ready to find out what the leagues for opening rounds will be.
There we go. The first country in Group C participating is Poland. And let us find out the league that Poland will be competing in. Poland will be competing in league number 7. And that means they will be joining Egypt and Puerto Rico. So we are putting 1 and 2 as time slots aside.
And putting 3, 4, and 5 back in.
To find out the time slot for Poland in league number 7. Every time, less time slots in the bowl. So tell us, Hoger, Poland.
Will be in time slot 5.
Time slot 5, league number 7 for Poland. And then we go and continue with the next country. The next country. Thank you for cleaning my mess up. That is all good. Next country, participating, Australia. Australia. We will find out the league that you will be competing in. Very exciting. Everybody nail biting and finding out what countries you will be competing towards. League number 4 for Australia.
League number 4.
Tunisia and Kyrgyzstan, your competitors.
Help me with this one, Nancy. We have time slot open, number 1.
Yes, so 2 is going out.
2 is going out.
And 4 is going out.
And 4 is going out.
Yes, there we go.
So we're putting time slot 1, 3, and 5 in here.
I'm putting 5 back in here. There we go. Taking
And
these aside for you to find out
we're
the
gonna
time
draw
slot
them.
that Australia is going to be participating in.
The time slot will be 5.
5 for Australia in league number 4. Let us continue with the next country. All right, there we go. Next country competing in Group C is France. France will be competing in what league? Let us find out. Let us find out. France will be competing in league number 3. And that means, let us take a look, South Africa and Nigeria being in the same league as France.
South Africa and Nigeria are having time slots
So-
4 and 5.
Yes, so we're taking those out.
And
4 and 5 out.
putting in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh,
Oh, we'll pick that up in a sec. 1, 2, and 3.
That's what's happening sometimes. Let us find out.
The team will compete in time slot 2.
Time slot 2 for France. All right,
Thank you.
then we continue. Let's see, Elgar, who's getting out of the bowl.
5
The
countries to go.
5 countries to go. And next competing is Senegal. Senegal competing in league number 'Senegal will compete in league number 2. That means they will be competing against Ireland and India. Algar, we have to take out slot 1 and 3,
There they are.
picking them out right now. 1 and 3.
Putting 2, 4, and 5 back in.
Amazing.
And
Finding
we're
out.
gonna pick the time slot.
For Senegal in league number 2, and they'll compete.
Time slot number 4.
Senegal League 2 time slot 4. There we
Yep,
go.
thank
Back at you. And that means we continue with the next country. Group C, here we go. Next country competing is Eswatini. Eswatini is our next country competing. Let us find out the league in which they will compete at Enactus World Cup. Eswatini will be competing In league number 5.
League number 5.
Number 5, ooh, against Canada and China, meaning we're taking out slot 1 and 4 and putting in all the others to find out Eswatini's time slot.
They are back in. And the time slot for Eswatini in league number 5 is number 5.
5-5 for Eswatini in league number 5. Yes, there we go.
Perfect.
And when you are ready with the time slots, I'm going in the meantime to pick the next country in Group C.
We have to go league number 1, league number 6, or league number 8.
All right, let us find out which country. And that is, oh well, the Netherlands. Let us find out the Netherlands team. And as I know well, they are representing Rotterdam. Let us find out the Netherlands. What league will they be presenting in? The Netherlands will be competing in league number 6. Means they will be together with Kazakhstan and Brazil.
So we have time slots 1, 2, and 3 that are open. Thank you, Nancy.
I'm taking 4 and 5 from you.
I'm putting 1, 2, and 3 back in the bowl.
Back in the bowl.
Close the eggs. And the
There we
time
go.
slot.
Let's find out the timing of the Netherlands presentation. And that will be
First presenting team.
time slot number 1 in League 6 for the Netherlands. And with only 2 countries to go in Group C, there we go once more. Finding out our next competing country, and that will be Mexico. Mexico competing at Enactus World Cup in which league?
Mexico, the host of the 2014 World Cup, or 2013 World Cup, my apologies, in Cancun.
Pretty sure that you will remember that one forever, right?
Definitely. Beautiful country.
Can't tell differently. All right, let us find out. Mexico will be competing in league number 8. Ooh, taking it against United Kingdom and Germany in league number 8. Meaning we're taking out 3 and 4. There we go. Elgar, let's put them back in the bowl to find out Mexico's time slot.
Thank you.
Oh, this one's not working with me. Yes, there we go.
The time slot for Mexico.
League 8.
They will compete as the second team in League 8.
Mexico, League 8, second time slot. And that leaves us for the final country in Group C. Let us continue and find out. Maybe drop it once or twice. There we go. Final country in Group C is Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan participating in League, well, we only have one left, but let us just double check and verify to find out Azerbaijan's league. And that is league number 1 with Ghana and Morocco.
1, 3, and 4, I believe. Is that correct, Nancy?
That is very much correct. We're taking out, well, no, we're taking out 2 and 3. We're taking out 2 and 5.
Yes, thank you.
We're taking out 2 and 5.
Yeah.
2. Yes, mixing all those up. 2 and 5. You can see it for yourselves, taking them out right now. 2 and 5, and putting all the others back in the bowl.
1, 3, and 4.
1, 3, and 4 going back in the bowl. All those numbers flying around.
It's mixing up. See where we are.
Final country will compete. League 1, time slot 1.
Perfect.
Amazing.
That's a wrap for Group C, I believe.
It's a wrap. And if everybody's ready, we will proceed with our final group, countries participating in Group D. And those countries, they are a group of 9. And that is why Elgar will let you know how we will proceed with this group.
Indeed, Nancy. Group D has 9 countries who are all going to be allocated in 8 different leagues. Once we have drawn all the leagues for all the countries, and there is 1 country left in the country bowl of Group D, we will bring back all the different league bowls, eggs into the bowl, and we will then decide in which league the final country will be competing during opening round of this year's World Cup. That means to finalize everything, we then have 7 groups with 4 teams and 1 group with 5.
Very exciting. Hope you all understand, and now we will continue with the league draw for group number D, participating 9 countries. Let us continue with the first. Group D. First country participating in this group is Italy. Italy will be competing in what league? Let us find out.
I'll help you with this one.
Thank you. Not making a mess out of this. There we go. Picking the league for Italy. Italy will compete in league number 1. Against Azerbaijan, Ghana, and Morocco. Meaning, Elgar, that we have to put in the bowl league 2 and 3.
Time slot 3
2 and 3.
3 and 4.
Excuse me. 3 and 4. All the numbers flying around. You are so right.
3 and 4 for league number 1, correct?
For league number 1.
All right.
Italy. What time slot will they be in?
Italy will be in time slot 3.
Time slot 3 for Italy. Well, and I hope that you know that whenever we make a mistake, that's actually just to get you on your nerves, right? All right, let's continue with the next country. Next country up in Group D is Guatemala. Let us find out which league Guatemala will be competing in. Guatemala competing in League 3.
In League 3, we have time slot 1 and 3 open.
Yes, and the others are filled by France, South Africa, and Nigeria. Let us know, Elgar, what time slot, putting the bowls back in the bowl, and let us know. Guatemala, what time slot?
Time slot for Guatemala is 3.
Time slot 3 for Guatemala in league number 3. All right.
Next one.
Keep on going.
More and more, it's filling up.
Yes, yes, almost having our opening round complete, but not before we finish with Group D. And in that group, participating next is Tajikistan. All right. Tajikistan out of the bowl, finding out the league that you will compete in. Still plenty of choices left. Let us see what it will be. Tajikistan will be competing in league number 2.
League number 2. I believe we have slot 2 and 5 open for league number 2.
Yes, let me take the other ones from you.
Thank you. Putting 2 in.
Amazing. And let us find out Tajikistan in the league with Ireland, India, and Senegal. What time slot will it be?
The time slot for Tajikistan is 5.
Time slot 5 in league number 2 for Tajikistan. With that, we continue with the next country. Still in Group D, our final country group. Let us see. Country next up is Belgium, our neighboring country. Let us continue with the league that they will be competing in. Belgium. Belgium will compete in league number 6. Amazing.
Time slots 2 and 3 are open in league number 6, if I see that correctly, Nancy.
You do.
With the Netherlands, Kazakhstan and Brazil. Putting it back in. And there we go again. Yeah, we have it correct.
The time slot for Belgium in league number 6 will be
Time slot 2.
presenting second in league number 6, Belgium. Continuing with the next country. 5 countries left. And there we go with the next. And that is Korea. Korea is up next, and we will find out now what league they will be competing in. One for Korea. And they will be participating in league number 5. Together with Canada, China, and Eswatini. So
league number 5 also has time slot 2 and 3 open. So I'm adding those in. Can you confirm, Nancy?
yes, I can confirm 1, 4, and 5 are out of the bowl.
Perfect, thank you. Just want to make sure that the procedure is going well. And the time slot we are picking is 2.
Time slot 2 in league number 5. That's amazing. And almost getting there with only 4 countries left in our bowl. Let us find out the next competing country. Competing in Group D next will be Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe will compete in one of the leagues, of course, but which one will it be? Let us find out now. League number 8 for Zimbabwe.
Perfect, Nance. Who do we have left here? Slot 1 and 5.
1 and 5 back in the bowl, and then we will see and find out if Zimbabwe will come in first or last in time slots, together with Mexico, the United Kingdom, and Germany.
Drawing for the time slot.
Finding out Zimbabwe's time slot in a bit.
And they will be competing as the last team in Group 8.
Yes. There we go. Continuing after Zimbabwe. Next country up in our league draw for opening round is Kenya. Only 2 leagues to fill up now. And there we go. Kenya will be competing in league number 7.
League number 7 is together with Egypt, Puerto Rico and Poland, and we have time slot 3 and 4 open.
Right, meaning that we are taking out 1, 2, and 5 to find out Kenya's time slot. Kenya's time slot will be number 3 for Kenya in league number 7. Then 2 countries left. If you're one of those 2 countries, nerves are getting higher, finding out if you will be the 4th in the league or eventually the 5th in one of the leagues. But first things first, the next country. Participating next is Ukraine. All right, Ukraine, let us find out. And probably you already know when you look at the sheet really well. Finding out, putting it back, down, up, down, getting the nerves going. Ukraine will be participating in league number 4.
And in league number 4, we have time slots open of 1 and 3. Ukraine will be competing against Tunisia, Kyrgyzstan, and Australia.
Amazing.
1 and 3. Just to double check, Nancy, is that correct?
That is very much correct. 2, 4,
Perfect.
and 5 are out.
And Ukraine will compete in time slot 3.
Time slot 3 for Ukraine. Well, and then as you can see, we have only one country left. If that's you, you very well know that that is you. What we will be doing is now putting back all the numbers in the league draw bowl to make sure that we can find out if the last country will be joining League 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 as the 5th country of our competition. Elgar, how are you doing putting the balls back in?
I'm putting
you
them
need
all.
any hand?
That would be lovely.
All right, let me help you.
Gotta make sure that they're all 8 back in.
Almost there. Only one left. And of course, we give it a good shake.
You just double check that they're all 8 in there, Nancy. And maybe you want to show it to the camera.
1, 2, 3. Oh, how is that going? 4, 5, 6, 7, and the final one. 8. Yes, we have them all 8. Oh, that almost went wrong.
Wonderful.
Didn't go well. Mixing them all up once more. That one just doesn't want to go in. I'm not sure. First things first, country. The final country of our competition is Colombia. Yes.
Very excited about Colombia joining us this year for the first time.
First time in Enactus history. So let us find out.
With which team will they compete?
All right, so clearing that up one more time. The league that we draw now will have 5 teams competing. And that league will be... This is actually pretty nerve-wracking. Let us find out. It's going to be league number 3. Colombia joining in league number 3, together with France, Guatemala, South Africa, and Nigeria. And that means they are first. So first time at World Cup, first time presenting. Could it be better, right?
Excellent. Thanks so much for doing this draw together, Nancy. And I think we have one final thing to say regarding the league draw process. Nancy, you want to clarify once more?
That is right. As you can see, we have all 8 leagues now filled up, but you do see some open time slots. And that was, of course, because we have one league with 5 competing countries. Please note that, for example, if we look at league number 8, that we will move up all the countries. So we will be participating first Mexico, second United Kingdom, third Germany, last Zimbabwe. So everybody that has an open slot, you will be moved up 1 spot. That was it.
That was it. We've got a draw. We have an opening round for Enactus World Cup.
We do. And then there's one final note that we just wanted to shut down with, and that is, please, if you haven't done so, make sure that you will download the guidebook app from your app store so that you will be all prepared and guided throughout the event with what we have to share with you. Information, program, speakers, connecting opportunities. This is your place to go to.
Thank you, Nancy. And most of all, thank you for watching this opening round ceremony for the World Cup 2023. We very much appreciate your time, and we cannot wait to see you in just over a week in Utrecht with all the world united around social impact. We're wishing you safe travels and see you soon.
See you soon.